Welcome to Wanted Down Under, the show that catapults a British family right across to the other side of the world to help them make the biggest decision of their life, whether to stay in the UK or to move to Australia. Tina Saunders lives with her family in South London. Her dream is to move to Australia.
I'd always had in the back of my mind I possibly want to go away.
She's tempted by a brand new start in a beautiful fairy tale setting. But not all the family agree.
Everyone knows that it was not to do with me. I didn't want to come in the first place.
The job situation for him will be the make or break, and I just don't think that he's able to change. This week hasn't gone anything like I thought it was going to go. It's been a bit of a nightmare, really, I think.
The Saunders have a roller coaster week ahead, but will they vote for Australia, or will Tina's dreams end up in tatters? Around 150 people a day migrate to Australia in search of a better life. And anyone who's under the age of 45 and on the skills shortage list could be heading down under at the head of the queue. But for all these families, how hard is the decision? And do they find what they're looking for? 20 British families have been pushed to breaking point as they try out real life down under. And after just 1 week, they'll have to vote one way or the other. Will they stay in the UK or will they move to Australia? Robin and Tina Saunders live in a 3-bedroom terrace in the London borough of Sutton with Tina's daughter Lauren and their children, 3-year-old Jack and Grace, who's 2. But they've outgrown their home. The energetic youngsters need all the space the Saunders can muster and have even relegated Mum and Dad to the box room.
So me and Rob are in the smallest room, which means we've only got about 1.5 foot to squeeze down at night to get into bed, and I'm right up against the wall.
It's Tina's dream to move to a country where they can afford more space, both inside and out. And somewhere she can hang up her washing.
So this is what we are reduced to, is having washing and ironing hanging from most orifices we can find.
Perhaps Australia would be big enough.
My laundry room would be just perfect. I would probably stay in there most of the day just doing my washing. I'd be in my element.
Moving abroad is something Tina's always dreamt of, but is she on a lone mission?
I'd always had in the back of my mind I possibly want to go away. So that's when I started looking at Australia, and basically I've just been trying to work on Rob, trying to get him round to thinking about going. It's been really hard, and even discussing it. A lot of the time I'd bring the subject up and he wouldn't even want to talk about it.
That's it.
Robin and his parents have lived in the area all their lives, and he doesn't see the need for change.
It is a long way, it's not just around the corner. And if anything happened to close family, close friends, you can't just say, I'll be there in a couple of hours. You're going to be there in 24 hours. It's a long, long way to go.
Jack will phone and say, Grandad, I want you to come to my house. And so, yes, yeah, and I will miss them.
We'll miss them that way, yeah.
Terrible.
12-year-old Lauren would miss her grandmother, whom she lived with till she was 6.
In the back of the stitch, babes.
I'd miss her a lot, an awful lot, because, well, we're very close, basically.
To lose Lauren, more than myself probably, is going to be devastating for my mum. And that's like the difficult burden I'm going to have, really.
But Lauren still likes the idea of moving.
I really, really want to go. I just really, really want to go, basically.
Tina's just started a 3-year course to be a midwife, and she's hoping to continue her studies down under.
That's really important to me, my studies. I really wanted to be a midwife for a really long time.
But it's Robin's job as an orthopaedic shoemaker that would provide the entrance visa and primary income. He's worked in the same job for 25 years.
It was all Tina's idea, none of my idea at all. So I don't know anything else, so this is, the job that I do. Leaving here would be obviously hard because I get on with lots of people here.
He's only ever been to 2 job interviews in his life. He only wrote a CV very recently. He just doesn't deviate at all from what he normally does, and that I think is going to be a major problem.
I like routine, but Tina doesn't like routine. She likes to change. I kind of just look for now and just do day in, day out.
He's just stuck in his little play, on his little rut, and I think it's going to be really difficult for him to even think about trying to get off of that and moving. I really can't, I don't know how he's going to manage the change. I can't foresee him adapting that well.
We're going to help the Saunders make a decision by sending them to Brisbane. Brisbane is the state capital of Queensland and is on the doorstep to some of the most beautiful beaches in the world. The Saunders' property budget of £225,000 should get them a nice home if they shop around.
We found 3 possible lifestyles for our family, each one offering a brand new way of life for them to try on their budget. But which one will be the most suitable?
First up is life in the city. Brisbane's South Bank provides barbecues, splash parks and even a purpose-built beach, perfect for families like the Saunders who have energy to burn. Robin would enjoy living near to his work and he'd also be able to match his £25,000 salary. But property prices in the centre have boomed in recent years and the Saunders would have to make do with even less space than they have in the UK. This 3-bedroom apartment is on the market for £350,000, so they'd have to work hard to afford somewhere like this.
So very different from their life in the UK. But what about the second option?
The Gold Coast is an hour's drive south of Brisbane and renowned for its sun-kissed beaches. The Saunders wouldn't be able to afford a waterfront property, which can run into millions, but if they're prepared to move inland, they could snap up a 3-bedroom house within their £225,000 price range. However, there wouldn't be work here for Robin, so he'd have to commute at least an hour into the city.
That all looks very inviting. But what about the third option?
Queensland's national parks are some of the area's hidden gems, perfect for families like the Saunders who love the outdoor lifestyle. Properties in Brisbane's outer suburbs are much cheaper. You can also buy a plot here and design your own house. So the Saunders could create a home to suit their taste and budget. However, Robin would face a 40-minute commute to work.
3 very different options there, all of them life-changing. So where do we decide to send our family?
We've decided the rural option is the most suitable for the Saunders. It'll provide them with the larger house they're desperate for within their budget. We set up some properties for them to look at.
Wow, this is quite impressive, isn't it?
That's it, I like it.
And we've arranged a trial day at a job for Robin.
Let's get stuck in. Okay then.
But this trip proves a lot harder than the Saunders ever imagined. This is the toughest decision they'll ever have to make.
Once you're here and, you know, the bullet's between the teeth, it's really difficult. It's really tough, actually.
It's a long trip for a family with young children. The Saunders journey, covering over 10,000 miles between London and Brisbane, takes 23 hours. The family touched down at 7:30 p.m. local time. It's the furthest they've ever been from home. They're excited to have finally made it.
It's our first time here, yes, yeah. Where we looked, we couldn't see, obviously because it's night time, and we can only see the lights. We saw the skyscrapers and the river, but that was about it.
Lauren's feeling the effects of the flight.
Oh, look, she's
Not her, no. Moaning about the ears.
The ears, oh bless. So it's always the teenage ones, isn't it?
Mom!
Tina's always been the one driving the move, but she's worried about getting cold feet.
I'll be horrified if I hate it, really, I think. So I think that's my worst fear, that I'm not going to like it as much as I thought I was going to like it, so it won't live up to my expectations.
And Robin's very aware of the one thing that could get in the way of everything.
Job situation, that's a big worry. You know, without a job then you obviously can't come, you know, financial wise. If I like it that much here and I can't get a job, then it's bit of a downer then, isn't it? So that's the thing I'm worried about.
Robin has his family's future in his hands. But is he going to embrace the change? The Saunders will be able to sample everything that Brisbane has to offer. But first, they need to reach their rental accommodation to catch up on some sleep.
Turn right.
They're staying in a single-storey, three-bedroom house in a family-friendly northern suburb of Brisbane. It should have more than enough space for the kids to run around. And the master bedroom is a far cry from the box room Robin and Tina have at home.
Whoa! Oh, Gracie, what is this?
It's already ticking all the right boxes for Tina.
It's definitely bigger than our house. I like this open plan thing going on, which is what we wanted to do. Where's Lola's room? Oh, Lola's got a double bed. Come on then. Oh.
The children are making themselves at home and they're loving the spacious interior, which they just don't have in their house in the UK.
Oh, look, Gracie sorted herself out. Oh. Oh, Jack. This is why we have to go out and do stuff, and this is why we want a bigger garden, because
you can't keep them
if
indoors.
you have them indoors,
you can see how they run around all day long.
It's just, it would
and
drive
you have to
them.
chase them all day long. You can't have things out on the side because they will knock things over. They just love to do stuff.
But Tina's already thinking what might go wrong.
I'm expecting him not to like his job. I don't think he will like his job. Even if they offered him twice the money for half the amount of hours, he won't like it because he doesn't do change. And so that's pretty much, this has been my concern, and I think it's been his concern.
Robin is becoming aware of the significance of the potential move.
Tomorrow we'll probably really hit home that you are that far away, and it is, could be life-changing, isn't it, for us?
Yeah. I didn't think we'd ever get here, actually, and we're here, and that's quite shocked me in a way. It's just it's been a bit overwhelming in the sense that we've just finally made it here, for me anyway, because I'm the one who's always been going on about it.
Will Tina's dreams come true? In the UK, the Saunders live in a small terraced house in South London. The two youngsters have already forced Robin and Tina into the smallest room, but they just can't afford properties in the area with more bedrooms and space to hang the laundry. They want to buy a 4-bedroom house in Australia and have a budget of up to £225,000. They hope they'll be able to afford space for all their washing. We've arranged some viewings in the suburb of Springfield. Property number 1 is a 4-bedroomed house on the market for about £195,000, which is well below their budget. It's owned by British expats Fran and Martin Dix.
Straight into the kitchen. So the whole thing's open plan here, isn't it?
Yeah.
So you could see the kids the whole time. I mean, you could still entertain and see everybody all the way round, so that's pretty cool.
But the best is yet to come.
What's this? Oh, la la. Mum is excited, look.
Laundry room?
Laundry room. It's probably about as big as our kitchen. Oh, look.
It's going to have a this room.
This is the main room. Oh, look. This is nice. Oh, look.
Look, Jack. Walk-in wardrobe.
Look.
Put all the clothes in there.
It's big, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's just handy to have an extra toilet and stuff. I like that as well, where you can just go straight out onto the patio. The only thing is you'd have to keep your room really tidy because when you have visitors, they can look straight in.
Tina knows what she wants from a house.
I like that, because I've got big hangers. But I could get my nice clippy hangers for the trousers. This lady's good though. She's got matching hangers. Look, they're all wooden. I'm sad on her with the hangers on her.
It's nice. I like the idea of it being new, no work to do. To be honest with you, I do. You can come in and all you could do here, looking around, is paint.
It's strange as well. There's like loads of angles going on. Mm-hmm.
It's
we're so used to square rooms or rectangular rooms, and it's also angular. And
That's what's throwing me off though.
You don't like that?
Angles.
The angles.
Don't like it?
It's just, it just messes up your brain. Okay, I'm looking here and I'm seeing another room. I'm looking here, I'm seeing another room. And I'm looking there and I'm seeing outside, and I'm looking there and I'm seeing outside.
Apart from Lauren's angular headache, even this low-end property seems to be a hit. But Tina's already thinking about her family back home and takes the opportunity to ask Fran how she coped with the move.
Came out here 23 years ago with 4 kids, 2, 4, 6 and 8. And my dad said to me, "You're only a plane ride away." And he never did that kangaroo hop. He actually died when he was 60. So.
Was that, did you have any regrets about that?
Well,
it was hard, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was hard, yeah.
We have concerns because obviously, it's a bit of a long way.
It is a heck of a long way, but yeah, it's worth it because of the lifestyle.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
It looks like Robin and Tina have already made friends here, but it's time to head round the corner to property number 2. The second house is in the newer end of Springfield and offers much more salubrious living. Estate agent Paula McKee is keen to show it off.
Thanks for coming. Welcome to 11 Neptune Street, Springfield Lakes. This is a 4-bedroom property, 2-bathroom ensuite. It has ducted zoned air conditioning, guys, and that is temperature controlled heating and cooling. Okay, so if you'd like to come on through.
All right, then.
It's on the market for £235,000. It's just over their budget, but is it the kind of house they're looking for?
This is so weird. I can't get my head around this. Having a bedroom, as soon as you walk in, there's like a bedroom. It's like a bit, ooh. Wow, this is pretty impressive. It's a nice big cooker for your Robs.
It's a lovely big kitchen.
This is really big, isn't it?
This is really nice.
First impressions are good, but what about that all-important laundry room?
No, but seriously, look at the size of this thing. It's massive. Jack hasn't spotted this one, has he? Look.
We won't let Jack in.
No. It's just weird. There's like loads of things that I can't get used to. Like having your bedroom as soon as you come in the front door and just fences outside. Yeah, there's a couple of things that are a bit strange, aren't they? Very Australian.
Wow.
What is that? That's your dinosaurs.
Grace made us stuff like that.
Yeah, Grace is sorted.
The kids are getting into the swing of things, but is there enough space to play outside?
You like that?
Yeah, it kind of is a bit too small though.
I know they've got toys, but it's a grown-up's house. Isn't it?
Despite the luxurious finish, Robin has reservations about the garden.
I wouldn't really call it a garden. More like a bit of a backyard, to be honest. No, it is, I'm being honest.
No, I know. This is a wow factor house. You come in and you're like, whoa,
It's lovely.
But would we buy it? Would it suit our lifestyle? No, it wouldn't.
It's got a 4-person jacuzzi.
We can't live. I'd rather have a bigger garden than a jacuzzi.
Front garden's quite big.
Yeah, but we can't. They can't play out the front. They'll get run over.
Put a fence up.
Lauren, you'll live where we tell you to live.
The Saunders have only seen 2 properties and already tempers are frayed.
Hi, so what did you think, guys?
Very nice.
We love the house.
It's a lovely house.
But the only thing is we think the outside space is a bit small.
Let's sit down.
Okay. Yeah.
To be honest.
You'll find generally with most of the properties in Springfield Lakes, you'll find the smaller yards, and then they built all the parklands and things like that for the families.
Oh, okay. So you spend more time not staying in, really, to
yeah,
get
and
out and
you mowing the lawn and
Right,
you
let someone else do
doing
it.
all that.
Okay.
You go and play with the, where everyone else is, and they've got barbecue areas there, and just saves you having to mow it.
if we haven't got the big yard, as you called it, we'll have to take the kids down to the park, and then we maybe would meet people and make more friends.
Yeah, I suppose we're not used to going to the park all the time and socialising, whereas we like to invite people around and socialise in our garden. Yeah, if you could make the house slightly smaller this way, not so long, and maybe a bigger back garden, bigger yard, then I'd be well happy.
Robin's still hung up on the garden. If they're going to find a property that suits them all, perhaps the only thing to do is design one themselves. Springfield offers people the chance to buy a plot of land and design a house to go on it, so you can create something for yourself. We took the Saunders to an example of this, a 4-bedroom property in the newest area of Springfield Lakes.
And wow, this is quite impressive, isn't it? Ooh.
I like this. This is fantastic.
nice.
Look how big this is.
I could chill out so much, I'd be literally asleep.
See, I think
This is probably as big as the second house, but because it's laid at a different angle, it seems bigger.
Tina can't wait to check out the home's most important feature.
laundry room. Oh look, a laundry room with.
So if you spill water.
That's a bit posh for a laundry room.
It's got patio doors in it. I've even got a washing line.
It's a bit posh for a laundry room.
Yeah, we could put the visitors in here.
Yeah.
And on to the master bedroom.
Oh, this is nice, isn't it?
I like the windows.
It's really weird because it's darkish.
You wouldn't choose this colour?
I wouldn't choose this colour,
It looks quite nice.
but I like it. I really like it.
Because we don't do dark colours. It looks nice.
Look at the size. Look at the size of the shower. Come on, we go. Oh, come on, Lauren. You can
That's
come
too big. It needs a shower that big.
Well, you know, being not save water. Save water.
We'll all go
you
together.
Can shower together.
At a price of £270,000, this property is over their budget, but the Saunders could always design something more affordable.
You get to change everything. You can get to change
Anything you want.
You can have less living space, more garden. If this is the size of the plot, or you can have.
You can make it
You
more
can shrink it.
child-friendly.
Yeah, I mean you can shrink it, and obviously that changes the price. So it can be cheaper if you have less build, basically.
But if we bought bigger land and had a little bit bigger garden, this would suit me down to the ground.
Robin's impressed with the property, but is it enough to sway him?
You can see the benefits now, and the fact that there's no DIY to do is my key selling point, I think, to him. Will he vote to come to Australia? I'm still not convinced, actually. Do you think Lauren is coming? Lauren's coming, whether we're all coming or not, aren't you, Lauren?
I'm staying.
Robin and Tina have seen 3 very different properties. On the whole, they've been impressed by what they might be able to afford. Robin's never looked at moving beyond South London before, and his eyes have been opened by the opportunities in Australia.
I had a good day. Changed my mind a little bit, seen a few things that, it's changed my mind. The third option was definitely the best option. I'd never thought about new builds, so that's completely thrown me now.
But Tina's expectations are high, and even though she loves the houses, she's torn about the area itself.
I feel a bit like in a Disney studio kind of thing going on. It's all laid out a bit nice, and you can imagine them doing, Desperate Housewives or something along this road. It's all a bit too nice, really. And it is almost a bit fake. It's just bizarre. I can't quite get my head around it.
So will they agree when it comes to the vote?
Now's the time to vote on the housing. Are we going home or are we going to Australia? Ready, steady, go!
Australia! Your pick.
Well, the property was a hit, but it's Robin's job that's key to making this move happen. If he doesn't like what's on offer in Australia, then the Saunders family are staying at home.
Back in the UK, Robin earns £25,000 a year as an orthopaedic shoemaker, but he's only ever had one job. In Australia, we've set up a trial day with a family-run orthopaedics company. The boss is Brad George.
We've got a very happy team. We enjoy each other's company. Robin, if you make it, give us a call and we'll catch up.
Robin's on his way to meet Brad, but with his highly specific skills, he has no idea what to expect.
Here, it's a bit of an unknown for me, and I'm nervous for 2 reasons. I don't want to get there, and because I know I can do my job, I don't want to get there and look a complete fool because I don't know what I'm doing. On the other hand, I don't want to get there and think this is too easy for me and then feel a bit big-headed. I'm really nervous about today, really worried.
Tina's aware how much this means to the whole family.
It is make or break for him, really. I mean, if the job is not good and he doesn't like the people and he's got a bad vibe about it, that'll be it. If the work doesn't go good today, then we can't come anyway,
Been at my job now 25 years, last week it was. I like it. I like the people there more than the job itself. I socialise with a lot of people, and it's only a small firm. Because I'm such a long way away from home, it will make a big difference if I don't get on with anybody.
This Australian company specialises in medical braces and footwear. Robin would be on a salary of around £25,000, similar to what he gets back home. But this is the only company of its kind in the whole of southern Queensland. If Robin doesn't fit in here, there really is nowhere else.
Robin, welcome to Australia and welcome to GB Orthopaedics.
Okay.
Let's show you through.
Thank you very much.
Brad is keen to assess Robin's skills.
Okay, so today we'd like to just take you through our facility and just see if you can do some of the stuff that we do here. I see you've come prepared.
Well, I just
with your
wasn't
tools.
sure what to build, so I bought a couple of knives because you used to your own things, aren't you? So
Absolutely, let's get stuck in.
Okay then.
And this is Andrew.
Hiya.
Hi, mate.
Robin.
Andrew. I'll leave you in Andrew's capable hands.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay.
You okay with lasting a shoe?
Yes, yes. Bought a couple of tools just to...
Yep. Everything on the bench is yours.
Okay.
Robin's going to have a go at lasting a shoe. That's moulding the leather upper onto the insole. But will his skills be up to Aussie standards?
All right, I'll leave you to it.
Okay,
I'll be back.
Already he's noticing the small differences with work back home.
They tend to do it up on the bench there, which is something that I've not done before. I've seen it done before, but the person that showed me was like an old, you know, a really old shoemaker. But we tend to do it in our hand, sitting at a bench, which is a lot lower than here. It's the same principle, but slightly different technique, I suppose.
As Robin attempts to impress the boss with his up-to-the-minute techniques, Tina's trying to forget her concerns by taking Lauren and the children out in Brisbane's new farm area. Lauren's buying a present for her nan, who will think of anything to keep them in the UK.
She was like, you shouldn't go to Australia, you shouldn't go and stay there because it's so dangerous.
My mum's still not very keen on us to come in, so I think she's trying to say, we're going to get, that was the other one, box jellyfish. Don't go in the sea because the box jellyfish will sting you. Like Dame Edna Everidge. There you go.
Tina's increasingly concerned that Robin will find it hard to commit to the move.
He doesn't do change, I mean, he just doesn't do it. So I just don't know how he's going to get on. I'm really, this is our stressful moment because I really don't think he's going to like it. Whatever the job is and whatever they're like and whatever the pay is or whatever, he's still going to say, I don't like it, it's no good, it's not for me.
But before he can decide, Robin's first got to impress his boss.
How you going with it, mate?
Hopefully okay. I've just done it the way I do it, and we do it at home. Yeah. You'll probably undo it all now and do it again. But that's how we would do it at home. But it's obviously slightly different from what you're used to, so.
That's really good, eh? Beautiful.
Right, it's slightly different, but...
Yeah, I think that's a very nice job.
Okay.
Done very well.
Thank you.
He seems to have passed the test, but will he fit into the team?
So this is our plaster room. Okay. I'll just leave you with Gary. I'm sure you'll pick up some good traits.
Okay, thank you very much.
I'll come back shortly.
Okay. There you go.
Robin, nice to meet you.
Robin suffers from a fear of spiders, and the team here just might have got wind of it.
Okay. So if you wouldn't mind just going over there, getting enough plaster in the bin.
Okay then. This much?
Bit more.
Okay.
Bit more. Watch out for that thing down there.
Yeah, you're funny.
Yeah, you're
I'm not going to say anything. Carry on.
We just had a little joke there with Robin.
Yeah, that's all right.
It backfired on us.
No, it's fine. I just thought I'd just ignore it and won't say nothing because I know that they would say something.
It's called initiation.
Okay, that's all right.
Into the Australian way of life.
I like it here then. Sorry about that. It's not fun, it's all right. Thank you. Yes, lovely. I don't want to hold that one too long. Yeah, they're worse in my workplace because they've got a real one on my bench.
Robin seems to be settling in just fine.
So what's it like to work here?
We all go on camping trips together and do different things together, so...
Oh, okay. So plenty of banter goes around.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
After the stress of worrying about the job, it seems the day couldn't have gone better.
Okay, so I think you did exceptionally well here today.
Thank you.
You've learned some new things as well.
Yes.
Possibility of a job if you get your visa and come back.
Okay.
So definitely look me up.
Okay, I will do.
Okay.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you.
But it all means Robin has a lot to think about.
It's not a decision to make lightly. And I really need to talk to Tina first and just tell her how I feel and how I got on today. It's not easy. It's a big, major thing to leave. You know, a permanent job that's you know, secure, basically, because I've been there for so long.
He won't come back and say he likes it. He might say there's like a little bit that he'll like, but he won't come back and say, oh, I like that job, I'm going to work there, that's it, we're coming to Australia. It won't happen. I'm convinced it won't happen.
Do you want to do this now?
No. Can't. I want to talk to Tina first.
Robin's job's really important to him because it's not just work, it's his friends, it's his life. You can't imagine him going anywhere else. The job situation for him will be the make or break, and I just don't think that he's able to change.
I'm very emotional because it could potentially lead to us coming here and leaving everybody, leaving everything. And it's emotional. I didn't think I'd be like this, but I am now, very much.
Robin knows his decision may change his family's destiny, but he's ready to vote.
It's been a very emotional day today, very nervous this morning, had a great time this afternoon with everybody. It's bigger than I thought this would be. This is quite a hard decision to make, but I think I need to make the right decision for me and my family. So I'm going to vote Australia.
Daddy's home!
Hiya, Jack! Jack!
So how's Tina going to react to Robin's monumental decision?
It was all right.
It was all right?
No, it was good. I was really nervous, but it was good. They go camping together.
Oh!
It's really social.
Not only do they socialise, but they do the things we do, go camping. That's quite shocking, actually.
Not just people that work there, families as well. They take family and children.
Kids.
Yeah, everybody.
So what was the vote?
I voted Australia.
Did you? No! No!
I did. Because it's so much like our film.
It's gone really well for him. So I take it all back because I said I didn't think he would ever vote for Australia.
Give me a kiss.
I think he'll probably vote to stay in Australia now, even though 2 years ago he wouldn't even discuss the subject.
Transfixed by a dream life down under, Tina Saunders was always desperate to emigrate. But she feared husband Robin would thwart her plans.
I like routine, but Tina doesn't like routine. She likes to change.
Don't know how he's going to manage.
But to everyone's shock, he enjoyed his workday and voted
Australia.
But when Tina faces up to harsh financial realities and hears heartbreaking messages from her mum,
I'm abandoning my only living parent, and that's a tough decision.
Will she be the one to crumble under the pressure?
For me, the person who wanted to come here is now thinking maybe not.
It wasn't down to me, it was all down to Tina. And I think now she's feeling guilty that I've got it and I quite like it, and I think she's having second thoughts.
Once you're here and, you know, the bullet's between the teeth, it's really difficult. It's really tough, actually.
Robin may have been won over by the job, but whether they can afford their dream home will depend upon the price they can get for their house in the UK. Robin and Tina's home is a 3-bedroom terrace which they bought in 2002 for £137,000. They think it's worth a lot more now, so we sent in 2 estate agents to give them an up-to-date valuation.
Oh dear, there's our house.
Glazed windows. Has a few kids. Need to sort of tidy that up a little bit. Good sized garden, decking, lawn, flower beds, fencing to the side and rear. Great. Lots of stuff in. Again, needs general tidying up.
There's too much stuff in there to tidy up.
Okay. A few kitchen units, narrow galley. Sometimes they come up a little bit small to people's liking. Box standard for this type of house. Bedroom usually comes up to be the largest, which it is. Kids' bedroom, nice fireplace. Shame they've painted it, but
It has to blend in with the sand.
Yeah.
you're going to get first-time buyers and people that are looking up for a family home. You know, for a quick sale, if you were to put it on at 195, quite easily achieve 190.
Oh, that's quite good. Quick sale, 195.
Yeah, it's all right.
Well, we pay for it.
They look a little disappointed, but there may be worse to come.
If a really quick sale was required, then I would put the property on at around 180. Then people tend to know exactly what your bottom line is.
That's a lot less than they'd hoped.
She don't know what she's talking about.
Bit bizarre, that one, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Robin and Tina just don't want to face up to how much their house may have depreciated. But with Australian house prices relatively buoyant, it's certainly made them contemplate the reality of moving.
You don't come to Australia, sell your house, get a house over here for £100,000. It's not going to happen anymore. If that's what people are thinking, the bubbles burst on that one, I think.
But seeing what they could aspire to down under has really whet their appetite.
Looking at the houses we've seen,
I don't want my house.
and now looking at that, it just puts it so much into perspective. We're like looking at it now, and it's just pretty awful, really.
Do we have to go home to it? Can we stay here?
Don't want to go back to that.
If they really want to stay in Australia, the Saunders family will need to take a closer look at their finances to see if they can afford to make the move at all.
Let's have a look in here then.
We've prepared a breakdown of their potential Australian expenses to help them work out if they could actually afford to live there.
Right, I'm going to get the calculator. The one cost we haven't obviously got in England is air conditioning. If you have a big house and you're paying £400 a month for air conditioning, that's loads of money. That's like our food bill, pretty much.
The price of keeping cool is just one thing they didn't expect, but even the weekly grocery shop has some surprises.
Let's have a look at this. So radish is like 3 times the amount. Oh gosh, I'll have to give up my salmon. Like
Double.
Yeah,
near enough.
Double, near enough.
75% more or something.
So fruit, veg, meats, fish is all more expensive. Groceries, 104 a month for the year. Right, hang on. That's another like £1,248 a year just on food.
The idea of Tina living without some of her luxuries is giving her second thoughts.
Feeling a bit overwhelmed. It was all going really well until we started looking at this.
Right, so looking at this list, Grace can't have any more nappies. And you can't do no washing.
It's going well then so far.
No nappies and no washing.
New life in Australia. The poor child will be wetting herself, but I can't wash her clothes. No. You're so funny. Yeah, but it's good to sit down and do it because otherwise you just come out here and you just think, oh, it'd be fine.
Yeah, it's more scary.
Everything will be the same, and it's like, so not. Wow.
So in the final reckoning, will a move down under make them better or worse off?
Basically, we would be £5,330 worse off in Australia than we currently are in the UK. In the UK, we have £5,998 spare every year, like after everything. And over here, we would be in the red, £330.
And it all has some worrying consequences for Tina.
That would mean there's no studying for me, basically, here. That would mean I'd need to work, basically, full-time or more hours to make up that difference. That's the other... That would be the give, wouldn't it?
This is quite a big major thing. It's quite a lot of money.
Well, for me, it's because I couldn't study here, really. I couldn't do my degree.
The Saunders' finances could really jeopardise their move down under, but they're not giving up that easily. They came to Australia for the outdoor lifestyle, and they're not leaving until they've tried it.
Back home, Robin and Tina love being active, but the great British weather makes getting outside a rare luxury.
When we do a lot of outdoor stuff, we go camping and cycling, but last year we could hardly go away because the weather was just too bad, really.
We like to go outside and do stuff.
We do
and
stuff
we think
a lot,
that if we went to somewhere like that where we could go outside more, it wouldn't be so stressful being indoors all the time. It's not good for them, is it, to be cooped up indoors all day long.
So now they're down under, we're taking them to get a taste of the real Australian bush. They're going camping in Lamington National Park, an hour and a half south of Brisbane. National Parkland is one of Australia's best-kept secrets. A whopping 21% of Australia's total land area is forest, home to more than 2,800 native species, so places to see the country's flora and fauna are not hard to find.
There are over 2,000 national parks in Australia, and many of them are in Queensland. Lamington National Park is the largest area of subtropical rainforest left in Australia, so it's a very special place. It's got fantastic scenery, and on a winter's day like this, it couldn't be better. It's just absolutely perfect.
So what sort of things might you expect to see and do when you're out in the bush?
There's 160 kilometres of walking tracks out here. They go to all the main features. There's waterfalls, cliffs, fantastic views, and of course magnificent forests.
If you're thinking of an overnight stay in a national park, it is wise to plan ahead. Some camping spots need to be booked as much as a year in advance, but that does have its benefits.
Once you're there aren't a lot of people because the booking system is to restrict the numbers, so they're wonderful places to go and you're not overcrowded, and you can just get out, enjoy the serenity and the peace and the beauty of the park.
This kind of outdoors adventure could be right up the Saunders street. So, what do they think?
Here it's a whole adventure. There's trails and wildlife to see.
It's wild, it's in the middle of nowhere. There's hardly anybody here.
I just think it's way better. I love it.
It's getting late, so Rachel Allen from Binnaburra Lodge shows them to their luxurious accommodation.
Follow me and I'll show you down to your tent.
No problem.
Okay. Have you been here before?
No.
So this is your safari tent. So there's beds in here for everybody. You can choose one of your own bunk beds. And then you've got all of your bed in there. You've got your doonas and your sheets and blankets. So you should be warm enough.
Okay.
And it's winter, so there won't be any snakes or anything, so they're all hibernating.
Oh, that's
You don't have to be scared of anything. See ya.
All right, bye-bye.
It's like going in a tent, but it's got wooden poles, whereas ours has got fiberglass or aluminium poles.
As the sun goes down, the Saunders attempt to settle into their new home, but it's a lot less luxurious than they're used to.
When it's dark here, it's dark as well, and there's no lighting anywhere, so it's really like out in the outback, if you like.
It's very out in the middle of nowhere.
Freezing.
You a bit chilly, though?
No, I'm freezing.
It's definitely a little bit chilly this evening, and have a few reservations about sleeping here in the cold.
Their Australian outback dream is starting to turn into a nightmare. Tina decides enough is enough and the family retreat from under canvas. They relocate to a carpeted lodge with heating.
Just feeling a bit stressed at the moment because it got really cold and we had to kind of abandon the camping element, which like we do back home, we really look forward to, and really disappointed. I mean, we've got a nice room and it's lovely, but it's not actually what I wanted to do today, to try out what life would be like in Australia.
Tina's in a reflective mood, and she started to think that the move down under won't give her everything she wants.
If we come here now, I pretty much don't get to do my degree, finish my degree. So basically I think I don't want to come right now, is how it's panning out for me. For me, the person who wanted to come here is now thinking maybe not at the moment because of myself, which is a bit of a... But then I go, you know, if everyone wants to come and it's only me, actually, I don't know.
The Saunders are still getting to grips with the rigours of camping Aussie style. If they want to emigrate, they'll need a close circle of friends to give them encouragement and advice.
We've arranged for them to meet hardened ramblers and campers Pete and Deborah Easton. Lauren is quick to make friends with their son Matthew and his friend Jared as they gear up to try the ultimate Aussie adrenaline rush, the Flying Fox.
Ready for this?
Yeah.
I'm going to start organising people. We're going to go up.
It looks fun. It looks like something out Jurassic Park a little bit.
I love it when they disappear into the trees, never to be seen again.
Lauren's having a whale of a time, and it gives Robin and Tina a chance to quiz Pete and Deborah about camping in Australia.
The thing about Australia is that you've got such a diversity with places to go camping.
So we're going to Carnarvon next holidays, which is like an oasis in the middle of the desert.
How long does that take?
12 hours.
12 hours in a car to go camping.
No.
That's a bit far for us.
5 is bad enough.
You can drive from one side of Europe to the other in 12 hours, you guys. You know, but
12 hours is just...
The size of the outback is still a culture shock for Robin and Tina, but at last they get a chance to enjoy a few beers round the campfire with their new friends.
What's your beer?
Thank you very much.
No worries.
Thank you very much.
It's a good old Australian custom.
Okay.
Beer and wine.
I like it already.
Robin seems to be getting into things at last.
This is great. This is lovely. Sit outside. Couldn't get this in England.
No.
Most UK campsites, you're not allowed to have fires because it's too confined. And you basically set the whole row of tents on fire. So this is a complete change for us. The British like a little bit of uniformity kind of thing, whereas here it's more random and seems a bit more back to nature.
After worrying about leaving his friends from home, Robin's eyes are being opened to new possibilities.
You know, it's just strange to meet someone on one day and get on so well. You know, we're really friendly. You don't really get that in England. You get a lot of grumpy people in England, but yeah, I think fitting in will be probably easier than I anticipated.
The pull of home is ever present, so how will they vote?
It's a bit of a toughie, really, because you can't just up and leave everybody. But clearly that's what we'd have to do, so it's going to be down to the wire, I think, for me on this one.
This is quite a hard vote, I think, this one. This basically means, do we stay at home with our old friends, or do we take a chance to come to here and try and make new friends? So, are we ready, family?
Yeah.
Okay, ready, steady, vote. UK.
Yeah.
Why
Have
Australia?
you picked Australia?
Because I don't mind dumping our own friends and leaving them for new friends.
That's nice.
So you're not bothered at all about
No, not bothered, not bothered. It's Australia all the way.
Okay.
Tina and Robin are still undecided about their move down under. Will hearing messages from friends and family help them reach that final decision, or will it make things tougher?
Hi Robin, Tina, Lauren and little ones.
Hi Robin, Tina, kids. Hope you're well. Hope you're having a really good time. You're really enjoying it, and you're down on the beach having good fun.
Tina's hard working. She likes to go to work, I think. You know, it's hard for her. Everybody's got to work too hard to gain anything.
Robin's definitely a family man. Definitely a family man. He'll do anything for the kids, really.
Just loves his children, loves Tina, Lauren. Yes, he's got a nice way being a dad.
He's settled down now. He's taken on Lauren under his wing. He's had 2 young children. And I think really, at the time of his life now, it's a great opportunity. Just hope there's not too many big spiders there for him. One thing, he might send him on a plane home.
Lauren and I are particularly close as grandparent and granddaughter, more so than probably normally would be. She lived here for over 5 years, and it was one big happy family, well, if you can call it that.
Jet scatty and, for Grandad all the time.
Because he's always on the phone to me. He comes to my house, Grandad, or you go, can I come to your house and all that? You know?
It's always Jack and Grandad.
Obviously, I'm going to miss him like hell, you know. I can't just pop round when I need to. It's a long way to go. It's a long way to go.
We won't stand in their way if they want to do it. We're going to miss them, there's no doubt about it, but...
Perhaps not going to their first day at school and picking them up. That will be hard, but...
Just have to save your pennies and go over there
yes.
as few times as can.
That will be hard, but No, they still need to do what they need to do.
But you can't let that influence their decision, can you? I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
I would miss them, obviously, but they could always come visit. So, you know, they're only a plane
Nana
flight
said
away.
she would never get on an airplane to go to Spain for 2 hours. Whether or not she missed you, or Jack and Grace and Tina and me, as much as she said she's going to, she would never jump on an airplane, and you got to accept that. She'd never get on an airplane.
She loves having the kids round. And, you know, I pop in a lot and I take her to whatever places. So, you know, I'm abandoning my only living parent. And that's a tough decision.
I think my mum was thinking, I've got to say this, but I don't really mean it. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's the impression I got, that she wants to try, but I think deep down she doesn't.
It doesn't matter what they've said, really, you know, they're mouthing the right stuff, like, you should go if you want to, and da-da-da. But clearly you can see that that's not probably what they're thinking. So, in a way, it's a message. Verbally is one thing, but actually seeing them, you're getting a whole different set of signs. I'm the person who said, come here. It was all me. Rob was not interested. And for lots of reasons, I'm weighing it up, trying to weigh it up more methodically. And for a lot of reasons, I'm quite doubtful.
Everyone knows that it was not to do with me. I didn't want to come in the first place. And I've come now, and I've kind of changed my mind a bit. I've changed my mind quite a lot. You wanted to come, I didn't. Now it's kind of changing. You're not so sure, and I'm a bit more.
If one of us picks England, we can't come at all.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to feel really angry at the person who picks England.
Can't keep changing backwards and forwards. You know, I didn't want to come, and now I've come. I think it's great. I think we could make a life for ourselves here, I think, if we really tried hard enough.
Yeah.
And I was the one that wasn't interested in coming. I think now I've got here, I don't know, that's really upsetting.
Seeing their loved ones back home has forced the Saunders to rethink their position yet again. Their week in Australia really has been full of ups and downs. Tina Saunders was always desperate to emigrate to Australia.
I'd always had in the back of my mind I possibly want to go away.
She imagined a brand new start in a fantasy setting with the ultimate washing facilities. But husband Robin wasn't convinced.
I like routine, whereas Tina doesn't like routine. She likes the change.
I can't see him adapting.
Robin was inspired by the lavish Australian properties.
I like this. This is fantastic.
Nice.
Look how big this is.
After an emotional day at work, he shocked everyone by voting for
Australia.
But revelations about the high cost of living had drastic consequences for Tina.
With £332 in the red, I'd need to work basically full time. I couldn't do my degree.
And with her dreams turning sour, Tina's going off the whole enterprise.
Me, the person who wanted to come here, is now thinking maybe not.
Daughter Lauren's always wanted to come, but with her mum backtracking, her future hangs in the balance.
I really want to move over here. I'm just kind of hoping my parents say yes.
Can Robin take charge and pull his family together?
So hello, fish.
No, you can't get them. You'll get wet.
It's the end of the week and there's been a complete role reversal. It's not Robin, but Tina who has her doubts.
This week hasn't gone anything like I thought it was going to go, because I thought it'd be come here and be fabulous and it'd be an easy decision. And it is fabulous, but it's not an easy decision.
I've had a great time. There's more highs than there's lows. There's hardly any lows for me. I've had a great time. I've seen some things that I never knew anything about. Met some lovely people.
For me, no, it's been a bit of a nightmare, really, I think. A lot of, you know, personally, it's been quite a stressful time.
And now I think she's feeling that because I like it, she might just go along with it, and I don't want her to do that. I want her to really want to come.
Personally, I'm struggling quite big time. But then my family seem pretty happy here, so it's Personally, for me, it's a tough one, actually.
There's a big dinosaur in there. Okay then.
Robin's been on an empowering journey of self-discovery, and he's even ready to leave the job he loves.
I've been there over half my life. So I've never known anything else. It's kind of, I know everybody there. It's part of me. The end of life of my chapter of my life, and it's been a big part of my life, all my working life, but it's not the end of it. I didn't think I'd say that, but now I've come around to the idea of maybe leaving. Come on, Grace. Not for me, not for Tina, it's for all of us to come.
Robin's finally made a decision, but is it too late?
Once you're here and, the bullet's between the teeth, it's really difficult. It's really tough, actually.
I don't know what she's going to say. I'm kind of hoping she's going to say yes. Mum's very unpredictable.
It's time for the final vote.
Personally, this is a really tough decision for me. I'm really struggling and I'm finding it very difficult.
I'm finding it difficult because it wasn't really my idea to come in the first place, but we're going to vote. So I'll go first. Australia.
I think it's really been a no-brainer from the start for me, so Australia.
And because I think it's best for the family, I'm going to vote Australia.
What a week. Tina and Robin have decided to put aside their problems and vote with their heart to do what's best for their family. Let's hope it works out for them.
Could one of Britain's empty homes be a couple's dream house in Brighton? That's next on BBC One. Then how much money could you make out of the collectibles in your home? Cash in the Attic is about to find out at 11:30.